block. And finally, we have something called as switch. So here, let me tell you the flow. First, when control reaches if block, directly it will check the condition. If condition returns true, blindly if block will get executed and rest of the blocks will be skipped. If in case if block condition is false, then what? Next we will come and check next else if block condition. If this if block else if block condition is true, then this statements will get executed and rest of the blocks will be skipped. Okay, and assume it is false. So next control will come to else if block. If again it will check the condition. If this condition is true, execute this block and rest of the blocks will be skipped. And what if it is false? False means again if it is come for the next block, else block. So finally, if none of the blocks are satisfied, finally the else block will get executed. If either any one of the blocks will get satisfied here, then no problem. Another block will assume in this case this block is getting satisfied. At the time only this block will get executed and rest of the blocks will be skipped. Next, finally, we have something called as switch. Switch. So, what the working procedure of same if else if and switch is same is. Let me tell you. Switch. What you can pass through a switch, you can pass value. So for a switch, you can pass value or data, both are same, expression or query. And in switch, you have something called as case block. For a switch, it contains what? Contains case block like this. Case which will accept value or expression. For a case block, you are not supposed to pass any variable. If you try to pass any variable here, you will get what? Compile time error. For a switch, you can pass, but for a case, you are not supposed to pass. Yeah. Here. You can write the statements over here. Like this. Like this. And that finally, in between, you can use break keywords also, break statements. These are all optional. Break is optional in this case. Why? Because let me tell you, with the help of switch, see if you observe, first let me write it. And finally, default block. Same thing, like how if else if works, the same way this switch also will work. But the thing is, we can't achieve grouping inside if else. But in switch, we can achieve grouping with the help of break statement. If you remove break statement, we can achieve grouping. That is what the biggest advantage of switch. If someone asks, tell me the difference between if I'll say fund switch, you have to say that is for a switch we can pass variables, values, expression. That is one of the advantage. And one more advantage is with the help of switch we can achieve grouping. But there is some disadvantage of switch. Then maybe interviewer might ask, then how can you achieve grouping inside switch? Simple. This break statement is optional, sir. If we remove the break statement, it means that we can achieve group. So here default place the same way, same working procedure for switch also. So there is one disadvantage for switch here. You are not supposed to pass any boolean data into this. Except value, expression and variable, you are not supposed to pass any boolean data. If you try to pass any boolean data, you will get compile time error. And along with that, you are not supposed to pass. Sir, can I pass any type of values, sir? No. Except double, float, long, and which one I told boolean. Except this double, float, long, boolean, you can pass any of the data except this. So this is the disadvantage of switch here. Clear? Yes. What if you pass? Sir, what if you pass default first, then case? No problem. No problem. That order is not important. Your wish. See, if none of the cases are satisfied, at the time default block will get executed. Okay, no matter where you declare it. You can give. First you can give default block, then you can give case blocks, or else first you can give case blocks, or else you can give default block. No problem. Yes, it is accepted. It is accepted. Okay, guys. So tomorrow we'll continue. Okay. So tomorrow same time 11 o'clock we'll continue. Fine. Why double float not used? Okay, fine. Listen. I'll tell you. Listen. For a case block, what are all you can give? You can give value or expression, right? Assume value. I'm passing value. Assume I'm passing here or something, some 1 or 2 or something, some value I'm passing. Assume some 3 I'm passing. So even in case also what I have to give? I have to give case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, like that. Okay. Assume if I'm giving like this 3.123345, something like that I'm giving. Now tell me, how will you give the case? How many cases will you give? Is this possible to give? So that is why. I'll share the notes. Only tomorrow. Tomorrow, that's it. What could be questions on version? Yeah, version you just go through it, man. Maximum they'll not concentrate on version. They might ask you which is the currently running version. So from where they have JDK, no, compactable version, like standard version. So your JDK standard version is 1.8. Notes is already given, right? So again, do you want this notes? I think the particular course or trainer who handled your subject is already given the notes. Yes. Okay, if you want, I'll share, no problem. I'll share this, no problem. If you want, I'll share. Yes. Okay, guys, fine. We'll meet tomorrow. We'll continue tomorrow. Oops concept, I'll finish it off tomorrow. Oops and loops. Tomorrow I have grooming. Long to floods, it's widening, yeah, narrowing. Tell me one thing. Which is biggest in this? Among long and float, which is biggest? Which data type is biggest? A float is the biggest one. Periods. Floats are the biggest one. See, let me tell you. The increasing number of order here. Listen, everyone. Who told long is the biggest? Okay, look here. First byte. Bytes less than short. Short is less than int. Int is less than long. Long is less than float. Float is less than double. So which is the highest here? Double is the highest. Lowest is byte. Now if you compare it, long and float, long is less than float, which means which is the highest here? Float is the highest here. So if you convert, so what was your question? If you convert long to float, which one you have asked? Long to float, float to long. Someone asked long to float or float to long. See, if you convert float to long, if you convert float to long, it becomes narrowing. If you convert long to float, it becomes widening. That's it. Long to float means it becomes widening. Yeah. So even though long has 8 bytes, okay, four has your float has only 4 bytes. Yes. See, your long might have 8 bytes of storage, but float have only 4 bytes of storage. But your long can store only integer data. But when it comes to float, your float can store floating point data also. It means decimal numbers. Your float can store decimal numbers, but when it comes to long, your long cannot store decimal data. So that is why compared to long, float has the highest capacity to store the data. Share this group. Yeah, man, I'll share. I'll share it in the group. Okay, fine. You can leave. Tomorrow we'll continue. Tomorrow we'll continue. Tomorrow attend the class. I will teach you about entire hoops concept tomorrow. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll share. Okay then.